And I'm gonna have him on here. We'll talk a little bit, and then I have to wrap this up. If you like, I guess if you want to continue, because I'm gonna do another one of these. Obviously, just follow. I'll get a fucking Twitter and be active, and a YouTube or something. I don't know. I'll figure it all out. I'm sure that after all this, it'll work itself out. So, but yeah, we're gonna do this last one, and then I'm gonna have to wrap it up, guys, because I gotta sleep and I gotta rest my voice. Thank you for everybody who's been on, by the way. So. Let me get Daniel on here.
Yeah, I guess I gotta actually run myself. So.
Oh, you're out of here, Matt?
Yeah. I gotta run some errands before end of the day.
No problem, man. All right, appreciate you being on here and taking the time to come chill and talk.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Before I go, I just wanted to let everyone know, keep talking on Twitter. That's where it's getting the most visible. You know, like the more people see it, the more people talk about it, the more people see that it's not a hate-filled, misogynistic, sexist movement. It's a consumer revolt of people who are tired of being treated like shit. And at this point, they've got to know that we're serious. 4 weeks is a long fucking time. So, believe me, you're tired from not sleeping for last night. I've been at this for a month. So, Jesus. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I would say you are, man. I think a lot of people are exhausted.
A lot of people are exhausted. You just gotta, take it all in stride. You know, and then it's easy to get discouraged. I've been discouraged a number of times, but out of that, I came to my thought process of let's push the little guy. Let's elevate people within the community that are speaking for us and not to us, and not trying to attack us. So Review Labs, Good Gamers, Evil Avatar, GamesNosh, Tech Raptor, a lot of those sites are good. You know, it's just we got to remember that it's very difficult to keep that composure. Because these people are looking to agitate us to the point of retaliation. So they can use that. You know, when you've got literally whose boyfriend lurking and logging on 4chan for 30 hours a week, I mean, these people are absolutely looking for any little thing they can do to use against you. And so it's easy to crack a joke, it's easy to be stupid and for the fun, but it can be used against you if you're not careful.
Definitely.
That's basically about it. So just keep fighting the good fight, but be wary of how you present it.
Absolutely. And that was Monday Matt, guys. Take it easy, bud. I think Jason's still here. You still here, Jason?
Yep.
All right, so Jason's still here. I'm gonna bring on Daniel. Take it easy, Matt. Thank you very much. And this will be the last one, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. For the guys who are recording, I know there's a lot of you because you've been emailing me the stream recordings of all this stuff. You can put it up on YouTube, I don't care. Put it anywhere you want. It does not affect me. The more people who can see it, the better. Put it out there. Like I said, I have to get a Twitter apparently because there's a lot of fucking people trying to get in touch with me. I did not expect this to blow up, so please forgive me for being a fucking privileged shitlord, I guess. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna get Daniel on here. He's been waiting. Oh, that picture.
Hello there.
Hey, how's it going, Daniel?
Hello.
Ah, fine. Wait a minute.
No problem. For the people in chat, this is Daniel Vivera. I'm sure some of you guys know him. If you don't, I'm sure he'll introduce himself very easily.
Yeah, I am developer of Kingdom Come. Formerly, I worked on Mafia series, and I am probably the only AAA. Well, if we are doing AAA developer who raised his voice in this whole thing called Gamergate.
Right. Now, as a AAA dev, I have to ask. I mean, in the thing that Milo put out, I don't know if you read it yet. In his recent thing, I mean, there was people who signed off on it, like Microsoft, Sony. I mean, does this kind of strike you as odd, or is this kind of like you expected this? I mean, I don't.
I don't know what Microsoft did actually. I didn't saw it yet. So what happened?
I guess they came out with the group, and they were talking about topics to push, and they were talking about I guess companies like AAA title companies that would get behind this, and mentioning of Sony and Microsoft were in there, and a lot of people were wondering why, but they don't know the connection, like if they think it's okay, and other things like that.
I don't have a clue what's their opinion. I am actually wondering how it's possible that nobody else except very few people, usually the indie developers or smaller websites, have spoken about it. It's very surprising that nobody actually dared to say. So there are two options: that nobody cares, everybody thinks it's bullshit, or everybody's scared as shit and that's, in my opinion, the most likely option, that nobody dares to say anything because they don't want to end up like everyone else who ever said something that could be connected with misogyny or sexism or homophobia or all those things we are constantly being accused of.
Right. I mean,
There's an ex-Kotaku writer who was talking about how the industry really isn't as big as we think. There's just lots, like, if you piss off one person, you piss off that person's friends and that person's friends. It's just very click-based, and that's part of why we have this wall of silence. Because if you piss off someone at, Kotaku or whatever, now your game's not going to get covered, and then the companies that they cover won't do anything with you. It's fucking crazy.
Right. I mean,
it is, and it's weird for me because I really don't like the approach they've got. But on the other hand, some of these people that are involved in Gamergate wrote about us in the past, and they wrote about us nicely. So I don't feel any personal hatred against them, except that I don't like their political views that they are trying to push into the gaming journalism. And it's weird. And the worst thing probably is that I'm most afraid of is that I will lose some of my friends in development, actually, because a lot of people hear or only read mainstream media. So what all the things they read is that Gamergate is a disgusting female hating group of trolls, and so that's only thing they know or they need to know. And if they see me supporting it, they could think that I am some kind of asshole, and I don't. So I have a couple of developer friends. We are not that big friends. We know each other very briefly. I like to talk with these people. It's interesting cooperation sometimes, but I'm a little bit scared that they might think that I'm supporting some very weird movement.
Right.
But in real world, it's quite the opposite. The movement so far, what I've seen, is very positive. Nobody is acting the way they are constantly accused as they are acting. So that's the biggest thing. That the industry is small, and people who don't know enough may have made some bad conclusions about the whole thing.
Right. And I mean, it's crazy, especially since in your position, you got to take it, with like tiptoeing, because there's just too much, at stake. You got your career, you got other things going on, and like you said, you don't want to step on the toes of other people you work with. I mean, I can only imagine how hard it can be to kind of go around that while still putting it out how you feel about things.
Yeah, but I have 65 people on the payroll, and if it affects our game, if my position or opinions affect our game, I am basically screwing those people up, which I don't want to, of course.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, I grew up in a country that was occupied by communist Russia. We didn't have a free speech till I was 15 or something. I remember it quite well. And it was terrible. And so I'm quite allergic to anything that resembles or
Soviet communist tendencies, I'm assuming you're going for?
Yeah. I am quite allergic to all those socialist agendas, because in the end, I've seen it before. In the end, as they always say, that the road to hell is paved by good intentions, and that's exactly why it is. You start censorship of anything in goodwill to protect someone, but then in the end other people come and they ask censorship of something else because you are already censoring this and this and this, so why we don't censor this as well? And in the end, everything's censored, and you can speak freely about anything. You can make you can make humor. I guess that, I don't know, probably you know Monty Python's or a lot of other comedians that are especially British comedians with very dark black humor, and
Right.
I think that these days they would be it wouldn't be possible for them to do their shows anymore because those activists would probably call them all the
course.
bad names
Well, I mean-
you could imagine.
I mean, look at how comedy. I mean, comedy's been attacked before, and there's been comedians who stepped up to the plate and took it. I mean, there's some comedians who just stepped out completely, like Dave Chappelle, for instance. While there's been some that stepped up to the plate, like the late Robin Williams. I mean, it's been happening before. And if you let people get a hold of stuff like comedy or just anything like that, like co-op
Art.
stuff, it's hard to come back from that. It really is. And like you said, you have people on your payroll. You have a reputation you also have to keep at the same time. So, I mean, to come out of your way to say, put out what you think, and especially, to state that you've lived where you didn't have the freedom of speech, and now you know the difference. So, you know from experience. You know how it is. Not to relate too much to it, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, and the thing is that even when people don't say things you like, it's always better to be able to have discussion with them than not to be able to have any discussion at all, because everything's basically incorrect, politically incorrect. So basically everything you say, you are in the moment you are called misogynist or whatever, and usually those people are. I've discussed with a lot of people over last weeks, and the thing is that those who were most aggressive were also very usually the most stupid ones as well. They were not able to have any reasonable discussion. They didn't have any arguments. It was just name calling. They were just aggressively attacking me for and threatening me or they were really weird, and I see the quite opposite thing with the Gamergate people. They are usually trying to raise some arguments. They so far I've seen very polite and reasonable people, and I looked at all those discussions that like I don't know, the journalist who quit writing. So I went through her Twitter to see what evil was done to her, but I didn't find anything as far as I went. People just asked her why she wrote this and that, and it was called aggressive, and it wasn't at all. I don't know, I wasn't at the beginning of the whole thread, but those people will call you aggressive whatever you do, but basically everything is offensive to someone, and in the end you cannot say anything without offending anyone. And I don't really think that saying something is offensive.
Right.
Like, I can withstand if somebody calls me something or asks me something, I can withstand it. And if somebody doesn't, well, he has a problem, but it's his problem, not mine. If somebody tells me that I'm doing something bad, I will defend myself or leave it alone. But why should I be offended? Well, and
Exactly.
if too many people tell me something I don't like, I may start thinking if I'm not doing something wrong. But those people, they don't accept this fact of life, basically.
Right, and I was saying that earlier if you weren't watching. I said, I really, all these people came on, I was like, I appreciate them coming, but who I really wanted on was the opposition. I would like a real debate, not this bullshit misogyny and all this other stuff, but if you're really going to come in here and tell us what's wrong with us, then come with something. Come with something and debate it. Talk to us. Because I can handle it. Just like you said, you can handle it, I can also handle it. I think that majority of people can handle it, and I think we're more upset at the fact that instead of, responding to us, they're just attacking us and call it misogynist and sexist, and it's completely bollocks. It's bullshit, and it just shouldn't happen the way I think that it is. And like I said, someone in your position in the industry, and you're coming out and saying the same thing. I mean, I can't, like I said, we can't be the only ones that are seeing this. It doesn't make any sense, at least in my opinion.
Yep. Exactly. I would definitely like to speak with people like Lake Alexander or I don't know, even Anita Sarkeesian. I would like to hear what they think, and I would like to hear their arguments and be able to tell them my arguments. I was mentioned in one of the Sarkeesian's videos,
right?
And I think it was taken out of context, and I would like to defend myself. I would like to tell her why I did it, but I never saw her discussing anything with anyone. I never saw Lake Alexander letting anyone talk to her about some topic. Every time they are public, they speak publicly with other people. It's
right.
in a group of same people as them, so they don't have any opposition. All those lectures at the GDC or wherever, it's the people they like. It's people they agree with them, and they never faced any actual opponents or opposition,
right.
which is cowardice basically. I don't understand it. If I was accusing someone, I would probably ask him what he thinks about it and if he has something to say to me.
Exactly.
And they don't do it.
Well, I mean, a prime example of that is look at if you've taken the time, you might have found it on Ben Kuchera's SoundCloud. He's got a clip with talking to the developer of God of War and Twisted Metal, and it's about something that they wrote about him, and basically just making up their own opinion, calling him a misogynist, and talking about how he would only sleep with women for underhanded trickery. And in the SoundCloud, you listen to it, and he's telling him, he's like, no, you guys, you wrote this, but I didn't even say that. I never said it. And Steve Totillo's sitting there, and he's telling, well, it's the tone of your voice, and, okay, she's going a little further, and it's her opinion, and it's just completely, it's bollocks, and they don't actually address it. And that's probably the closest you're going to get to, like you said, a real debate or talk about the situations that happen.
Well, they never take responsibility for anything
exactly.
they say. They always try to shift the blame onto someone else, or that's
exactly.
not what we meant. We're just doing this.
Or it's your tone of voice. It's how they feel. Feelings don't dictate what you're saying. And like you said, Daniel, you're absolutely right. It doesn't make any sense. And things like what Anita would do, which she's done plenty of times, if you're talking about her, is she will say one thing and then close the comments or accuse people of threatening her without proof or anything. Not saying that she's lying, but just saying in general, she does things that don't make sense, and it's not just her; it's everyone, and that is involved in that side, in that opposition. And you would assume that these people would at least try to reach out and tell people, okay, this is it. I mean, not too long ago, I think on one of the Gamergate things, people were when Anita Sarkeesian said that she was staying with a friend or she left her house because somebody to post her address or going to death threat her, and she had a screenshot of it, which was shady at best the way it was. I mean, it could be real, could not be. People reached out to the police department because she stated she called them and asked about it, and they responded that there was no phone calls to the police. Yet she stated that there was. It's just stuff like that. Instead of addressing the situation, you push it off as, oh, I'm being harassed, I'm being threatened, or you're misogynist and sexist. And it's absolutely disgusting. And you would think that if people, when they say something, that they would own up to it and follow through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, they just know how to attack. They can't defend. They can't defend themselves. I tried to reach out to them with the Not Your Shield thing, try to say, hey, let's talk about this. And they ban you. They run away. They just act like I don't exist, basically. So I just think it is cowardice. They can't defend these actions.
Right.
They all use like this giant hive mind block list that anyone that they block gets added to it, and then it gets added to everyone else's block list. It's crazy. Yeah,
but I appreciate you being here, Daniel. I know you're busy, and thank you so much for taking the time.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Oh, anytime, man, anytime. We'll talk more, I'm assuming, later on, but I'm sure you're very busy. And thank you again for coming on. Do you have any games coming out right now? Anything you want to announce? I mean, you got tons of people who are probably listening, and a lot of fans, it looks like. So if you want to throw some spoilers out there and get everybody hyped, go for it.
We should be releasing the tech alpha of the game, the very first small build of the game, early next month, hopefully. And we will have a new video update next week where we will discuss what's new, and I have some few surprises. So I'm curious if this will be affected by my opinion. I think that in Europe, German magazines and all those people, they are quite okay and objective. But I'm really looking forward for the US press if they are gonna write about us.
What's the name of your game?
Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's an RPG, something like Skyrim, but in a real world, medieval Europe. So with very accurate historical setting and fencing and all that stuff. Yeah. So next month we will have some couple of surprises, I guess. And we will see if being Gamergate supporter will affect our game or not.
Well, I'll tell you this much, Daniel. From the majority of people in here, I think that whether or not they put something out, a lot of people are interested, and a lot of people are saying they're gonna buy it. So, hopefully you do good, man. I'm definitely gonna have to catch up on you, man. And that's really what matters. Video games are what matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Once again, Daniel, guys, take it easy, man. I know you're busy.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You too. Bye.
You too.
All right. I think I'm gonna wrap this up.
Wait, no, you gotta do this at least. A lot of people on the
look,
chat are pointing
everybody
out.
keeps talking about Polygon's Lana K want to talk, and I see all the links. I told everyone, give her my email. I don't have a Twitter, and I will do like 15 minutes at the most.
They said she's had sent you an email. Maybe try and tweet at her. Or I guess
I don't know what her email is. She would have to.
But okay, I'll tweet at her. I'll tell her.
I'm not entirely sure. I know I'm fucking. I know I'm a shitlord, guys. I don't have a Twitter. I'm not fucking. I'm not hip.
Yeah.
I'm not hip, guys. I'm sorry. I'm fucking I need a twatter. Yeah, absolutely. Standing on the edge, huh, guys? We'll just throw that in there, huh?
I take a breather for now. I'll just. I'll do
All
it
right,
with
we'll
this.
wait for her, and we're gonna just give you guys some love. We love you, Kojima. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm sorry.
And the embers are dead. Whispers in the air tell the tales of the brothers gone. Desolation, devastation.
Alright, tweet it at her.
What a mess we made when it all went.
All right, she's ready. Is she ready?
No, I tweeted at her. I'm just
Okay.
waiting for the response.
Watching from the edge of the circus for the games to begin.
Whew, quite the day.
Gladiators draw their swords from their ranks for Armageddon. I'm nuclear.
Jet. Oh boy. I'm gonna wait to see if I get an email from her. And it is. God, I did not expect all this.
Yeah, you can believe we started off with like less than 100 viewers and then bam.
Power of the tweeter.
I'm still waiting for the email.
For some miracle to break
Hey guys, I got an email here.
Okay, that works. Have her just email me.
He says, hey, seriously, you should get Eric on the show right now. He's ready and will be one hell of a guest.
Who?
Bill Fish is also standing by.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Yeah, it's an email in here. Says you should get Eric on the show right now, and also Phil Fish.
I'm gonna just do one more. I'm waiting for her. If she doesn't respond, I gotta wrap it up. So I got work in the morning, and it has been 6 hours. I'm losing my voice. Sadly, tomorrow. I'll do another one tomorrow if I'm not too tired, and just to wrap it up with other people, because there's a lot of fucking people. I'm making a Twitter now, so I gotta be ready. Give us a moment, guys. We are waiting. Oh my god, I gotta do. Oh boy. I don't want to follow any of these people. Oh no, I see. Look at this. I go to make a Twitter, guys, and you know what? I select gaming as a suggestion, and it gives me everything I don't want at all. Everything. I got Kirk Hamilton, fucking Polygon. Oh god. I don't even know how to handle some of this shit. Kotaku. I get the fuck. Leia Alexandra. Feminist frequencies, video games? I'm done. What is this? Look at this. This is the suggestion I get. Awesome. Good job, Twitter. You know what you're doing. Fucking swear to God. Drop it. Done. Alright, I'm gonna see if she emailed me, guys. I'm still waiting it out. If someone can get her email to me. I doubt she'll come on, but man, I got Ubisoft. Ah, this is just Tim Schafer. Oh, what? Ah, man, you really know where Twitter fucking lands in the sphere, fucking right or left. Giant Bomb. Fuck. Do I have to follow these? I really don't want to. Fuck it. I don't even. What? I'll just go through them later. God.
Is your Twitter the king of poll?
It's not done yet. I'm still setting it up. I'm like I said. I'm not hip with Twitter. Rip Solidism. Well, I'm looking for a skip button. It's not giving me one. It just tells me to continue. Just accept it and continue. Alright, I'm gonna follow these guys because I talked to most of them. Wow. Is there anything besides Zimmerman that you enjoyed? He and I haven't discussed Zimmerman yet. I don't even know what he's talking. Alright. Alright, let me edit this. I'm still waiting for an email from her. I don't have one. If you guys can, get Liana K the email if you guys don't know it, and then we'll wrap this up because I really gotta sleep. My job is gonna fucking strangle me tomorrow or tonight. But I'll be okay.
You're gonna make it over.
I hope to God. I'm gonna fuck coffee. Lots and lots of coffee. So I've already got people following the Twitter before it's even. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me find out. Oh, here we go. Edit profile. Absolutely. Thank you. I don't even know how I'm gonna fit my picture in here. No, I'll just do this. I'll just crop it. I don't even care. It works out.
Well, I know we've had a staff member from Hitbox TV in here for like the past
Have we
several
really?
hours.
Hey, thank you, staff member of Hitbox, whoever you are. appreciate you guys not pulling like the Twitter step. I know this is not video game. Well, technically, it's not streaming games. Technically, normally I would, but I appreciate you guys letting us continue this conversation, and more power to you. I like Hitbox way more than Twitter. Or not Twitter. I'm sorry, Twitch.
Which is garbage.
And I know she's trying. She already emailed me. What? I don't. Where? I don't see it.